Order in this homosexual court. Order in this homosexual court. It's the Honorable Judge Jacob Schubach.
And the Honorable Judge Ryan Gabbett. That's Ryan. This is Jacob. The disputes are real. The decisions are final. And the judges are homosexuals. This is Gay Court.
Gay rights.
Gay rights!
Hello, and welcome back to Gay Court, the comedy podcast where we just debate all things LGBTQ plus.
Gay rights.
Gay rights!
This week is dedicated to video games. So we'll be playing a new game called Hole or Poll, discussing which video game characters are the gayest versus the most homophobic. And finally, in Let the Record Show, we'll answer the question of why did all of the gay kids play as Princess Peach during Mario Kart back in the day? It's a tough question to answer, but we'll find out.
But before we jump into it, we want to invite all y'all to be part of the debate, since we want you to do your civic duty and be part of Gay Court. Send us your emails at gaycourtpodcast@gmail.com. Send us your queer conundrums, embarrassing dating stories, gay crimes, hungover stories, anything you'd like, because we need material.
If you don't know what to write, be sure to follow us on social at Gay Court Podcast, where we'll be posting prompts, memes, honestly, anything we want. And this seems like the perfect opportunity for us to introduce you to the gayliff of the week. Y'all have been begging for more gayliffs, and so we're excited to introduce you to Matthew Segura, who we know from our past gayliff, Christian.
Hi, everybody. I'm really nobody, but I'm here because I'm gay and I've known Christian since 6th grade. And
Really?
also I love Judge Judy, and this is kind of like that, but gay.
Yes, exactly. That is the vision for the podcast. Judge Judy, comma, but gay.
Perfect.
So yes, Matthew, you will be acting as our gay bailiff, our gayliff, so to speak, and you'll be providing your thoughts, opinions, comments, concerns throughout the podcast. But of course, we have to swear you in first. Ryan, would you like to do the gayliff swearing in ceremony?
As always, so we have asked you to bring a gay item to swear on while you take the oath. Please tell us and show us what you brought.
So I brought this Shiba Inu fleece.
Okay.
And mostly because I'm always running cold, even though there's a
Heat wave.
definitely like a heat wave right now in California, but that doesn't stop me from making my apartment 65 degrees and pretending it's winter. And also I feel like Shiba Inu is just like the chosen gay dog. And it's one of the only like positive impressions my ex left with me. So here it is.
Here it is. Wait, so you would say Shiba Inu over like, I don't know, like a corgi?
It really depends on the type of gay, I guess, right?
I guess. Yeah. Have you ever
Like,
had
I don't want to pit two queens against each other.
Fair. Have you ever had a Shiba Inu?
No, I've just watched one multiple times and then realized they shed too much to actually ever want one myself.
That's
Okay.
fair. And therefore you have the fleece.
Right, right. Which does not shed.
Makes sense.
All right, so let's start the gayliff swearing in ceremony. Put your right hand on the item and your left hand like this. And repeat after me. I swear to slay the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Yes, God. Period.
I swear to slay the whole truth, nothing but the truth. Yes, God. Period.
Wow, he is sworn in.
A very official swearing in ceremony. And I also feel like in a real court you're supposed to raise your right hand, but we always make people raise their left wrist.
It feels right somehow. Like
It feels
this is gay court, not straight
Yes.
people court.
This is Judge Judy, but gay.
Exactly.
Right.
It's not a very defined process, but it is a process. And so now we're going to ask you some banter questions.
Okay.
So please tell us the last time you played the gay card.
I definitely play the gay card every day, especially
Yes,
at
you
work.
should.
I love pretending to be oppressed to either get out of work or pass on responsibilities to other people. So I would say daily, as recently as maybe Friday.
Mm. So not on the weekends, though.
Not even Labor
No.
Day weekend?
I take the weekend off usually because I don't leave my apartment. But
Fair. You put the gay duties to the side for the weekend. You're just like,
right.
period.
We all need a break sometimes.
All right, second question is, what is the gayest thing you've ever done?
Ooh, having a crush on a man and then dating them for 4.5 years.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah,
That'll
yeah.
do it.
That's pretty gay.
I know. I'm saved now though, so we're good.
Yes.
You're like, I'm homophobic now.
Right.
I've turned to the dark side. This is a tough one, but who is in your modern day Lady Marmalade?
This is a really tough one. Does it have to be like the original, like 4 people only? Or sorry, can it only be 4?
You can switch it up to whatever you want, as long as it's not like 25 people.
Okay, fair. That's a good point.
It's a chorus.
Right. Lil Kim would definitely have to stay because I will rep her until I die, and then probably even after. I think Megan Thee Stallion could bring something. I'm not exactly sure, but it would be chaotic, and I'd be here for it.
Yes.
Maya can stay. I couldn't really tell you why. She just adds something. I let Pink go because she's done way too many performances spinning through the air, and like it's just a little extra at this point. I need you to switch it up. And then to add to the chaos, I think we should do Azealia Banks because even if she ruins the song and fights with everybody else,
okay, yeah,
right, like which she will fight with everybody else, and she will ruin the song, and the song will never be released. Like every time we hear that she's gonna, have
music.
Right. Every time she's going to be featured with somebody else, everybody gets really excited. And within 2 days, she has called that person any name in the book and completely destroyed any chance of that song coming out. So again, we'll have the drama though. And that's what I'm here for. So those are my 4.
That should be like a reality show.
Right.
It should be a reality show. And we just keep getting new iterations of the song.
Surreal life, but redone with Azealia Banks. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So it's Azealia Banks, Maya, Lil Kim, and Megan Thee Stallion.
Yep.
You got it to a solid 4.
Yeah, right. Okay. I didn't want to go too crazy, so.
I think you might actually be the first person who didn't say Ariana Grande.
Oh.
I feel like everyone said Ariana Grande, haven't they?
I think most people have, actually, yeah.
Okay. I feel like she would ruin it, but.
Really? With her vocals?
I mean, just, like those vocals with like the other people I chose, at least like it's not a match, but like she's got talent. I'll give her that.
I would love to see Ariana Grande in like a one-on-one interview with Azealia Banks. I think that would be fascinating.
I can't imagine those 2 personalities interacting, so I would love that too.
Yeah. Incredible.
Azealia Banks is performing in New York this week.
Oh.
Well, funny enough, I saw her live with Christian.
And how was that experience?
She didn't do anything crazy. She didn't throw anything at the crowd. She didn't scream. She performed the entire set. I felt very lucky.
Wow. That never happens.
Yeah. And she threw a good show.
Yeah.
My favorite part of this concert on Thursday, I'm not going, but on the flyer, it says like all ages welcome.
Oh, that's a mistake.
I don't know if that.
That's why I was like, all ages for Azealia Banks?
That's a risk, but okay.
I'm looking forward to seeing the TikToks of that show.
Right.
She like throws a baby.
And then she'll be like, it's your fault that you brought a baby to this show.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. It's all ages welcome.
Let's take it to the first segment. Gays on the case.
Boop, 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 boop. Gays on the case, where we look at something queer and dissect it. This week we'll be actually playing a new game called Hole or Pole.
So I'm just like, can you not be gay for 5 minutes?
Jacob, take it away.
Yes. So we're playing a game because the theme of this episode is video games. So we wanted to play a game. Ryan and I came up loosely with the concept called Hole or Pole.
A loose hole.
Oh.
I don't think that's you know what? I'm now hearing it back. I'm hearing it back. All right. Okay. That was on me. So Matthew, you'll either have the opportunity to say hole or pole. So a hole is when you will judge 2 different holes and determine which hole is better. A pole is when you'll also be determining between 2 things and seeing if your vision aligns with the vision of the gay court jury. So we put the polls onto our Instagram stories and we'll see how the people voted.
All right, let's see. I'm sure they're wrong and I'm right, but
of course. All right. Matthew, hole or pole?
Me, myself.
Which part of the game do you want to play? The whole game or the whole game?
Let's start with hole.
We're gonna start with hole.
A hole. Okay.
All right. So, which hole do you prefer? Holes, the Shia LaBeouf movie, or Donut Holes, the food?
Ooh, okay, I did this wrong, but I definitely think the Shia LaBeouf movie is way gayer. So is
Okay.
that whole? Is that
That's
whole?
That's the correct way to play.
Yeah,
We're
that's
just,
great.
we're just playing the whole section of the game.
Perfect.
Yeah.
That shit was gay as hell. And donut holes definitely deserve more respect. So
I would have said that donut holes were gayer, specifically
Really?
because I like them better.
okay, that's a really good way to look at it.
It's a very subjective way to look at. That's how I look at everything in this fucking podcast. I'm like, if I like it better, that means it's gayer.
This might be a little bit backwards, but we'll make it through.
Yeah.
So Matthew, hole or pull?
Let's do a poll.
Okay. On our Instagram stories, we put Pikachu or versus Eevee, which is gayer.
I would have to say Evie because like most of the LGBTQ community, they have multiple personality disorder.
Mm.
That's what made the choice easy for me.
And let's see what the jury says. Eevee is at 61% and Pikachu is at 39%. So Eevee wins.
Woo!
Damn,
I knew I would be right.
You're racking up points. As a bonus question, which evolution is the gayest?
Oh shit. Which one has the little like crystal thing?
What? I feel like they all have crystal.
The little like. Do they all have the little like gem thing, or am I like? I'll just say Umbreon. Whatever.
Okay. Not even Sylveon, the trans rights one.
Oh wow, no, that one is a pretty one. I'll give her that.
Yeah, we'll go for that. All right, hole or pole?
Let's do another hole.
Okay. Let's see. The PGA Championship, which is a golf tournament, versus cornhole. One has 18 holes, but one has the word hole in it.
That's a really difficult one. I have something against cornhole because I worked at a startup and all of the executives would only get drunk and play cornhole. And guess who had to like set that up every time? So I'm gonna have to go with the PGA
The gay one?
Championship.
The gay one?
Right. I felt very targeted.
Are you wearing a Kirby shirt?
Hell yeah, I am.
Oh.
Stay up
I'm
to
also
date,
wearing
Ryan.
Kirby socks, so the look is complete.
The video games look is complete.
Right.
Wait,
I wanted to be on brand.
wait. So you're saying cornhole is homophobic? The PGA
Yes.
Championship is gayer.
Yeah, 18 holes. It's like a regular weekend for most of y'all. I don't want to speak on anybody, but you know.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Okay. Glad.
Matthew, hole or pole?
Let's switch it up again. Let's do a poll.
Okay, we shall do Princess Peach versus Princess Daisy because that's just the second one.
Ooh, I don't have a good answer, but I definitely picked Peach because I knew that the social backlash of me picking Daisy would just be like too much for me to handle.
The social backlash is happening right now because you picked Peach over Daisy. Daisy. No, Daisy
I
is
can't
gayer.
win.
Daisy is like gayer because she's like more niche. No,
That is fair.
That's a really good point. I didn't consider that.
in my opinion, I like Daisy better.
And
Again, it's just my subjective opinion.
the winner of poll in this poll, that sentence doesn't make any sense, was Daisy at 63%.
Wow.
Wow. You mean I could have gone with the answer I wanted and I would have both been socially acceptable and like not been ripped to shreds here. Okay.
According to the gay court jury, yes.
I'll be thinking about that for the next few hours.
Okay, we're gonna do one more hole and pull each. Okay, Matthew, hole or pull?
Let's do a hole.
All right. Jack-o'-lanterns or lifesavers, the candy. I was like, let's go for a spooky season. It's September. We need it.
It's September. You
It's
and your pumpkin
September.
spice lattes.
I love pumpkin spice lattes. Oh my God.
You had one on August 30th.
I did.
Oh. Dedicated. Okay.
Dedicated fan.
I would have to say jack-o'-lantern. People are out there fucking pumpkins. It's a little grim, but I mean it's seasonally appropriate, I guess. So
Damn, I like set myself up for that. Hole is a very interesting game to play because I feel like there's a lot of things I didn't think of when I was making these questions.
I think
right,
many
and I
gays
can
have
spin
said
almost
that.
anything.
I forgot about that pumpkin video.
Right.
Yeah. Gage
And I
might
wish
be
there was
doing
only
too
one.
much. Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah, damn.
Okay, Matthew, one last one. Hole or pole?
One more poll.
Okay.
You have to do the last one.
Kirby versus King. I can't read. DDD.
Perfect. Definitely Kirby. Come on now, that's an easy one. And King DDD is definitely like an annoying straight man. So like, easy choice.
Actually, King DDD won. Just kidding. No, Kirby won. Kirby won.
What?
Kirby won at 80%.
80%.
Words with the jury.
80%.
That is a big margin of winning.
I'm glad people have taste.
The taste.
The taste.
The taste.
Period. Well, that's been Hole or Poll. We'll see if we
What a
ever bring
game.
that back.
What a game.
What a game that we came up with.
Right.
Do we have a future as video game designers? Maybe.
Maybe, yeah.
Gay video game designers. Well, that's a nice little segue into our second segment, which is Investigays,
Slay! Slay!
where we cross-examine the same theme or topic. As we've mentioned, this week's theme is video games.
Yes.
I really try to like emphasize the puns here, you know? Here I am.
Yes.
So we will be, as Ryan wrote in this outline, bitching and bantering over which video game character we believe is the gayest queer icon versus who gives off the strongest homophobic energy.
How drunk was I when I wrote this?
You know, the world may never know, but here we are.
Right.
Whatever.
Ryan, would you like to start with your gayest character? We'll start with gay, or should we start with homophobic and then go to gayest?
Sure. We could let's be homophobes for a second.
Just for a second?
Just for a second.
I put like, are they all low-key gay? Like,
Wait,
at
are they all
least
low-key gay or low-key homophobic?
I feel like they're
So it's internalized homophobia.
us. No, wait. What'd you say?
I said, wait, I thought we were talking about the homophobic ones, and you're like, aren't they all gay?
Yeah.
Oh, so every character is gay, but also homophobic.
Yes.
Okay, I'm
Like
catching up.
us.
Go ahead.
Right.
Right.
Yes. I'm just thinking about. I wrote like, I guess in the Mario world, they all look queer. They all look like they live in Bushwick, chain smoke, and shop at L Train Vintage, and go to Mood Ring on Saturday night. It just looks like everyone in Brooklyn, basically.
So you're saying you would bump into Waluigi in Brooklyn?
I probably have. Yes. They all have that mustache. They all wear bright colors. They all look like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. But none of them are screaming like this person's homophobic to you over the others.
No.
Okay.
They're all
Wow.
gay. All video game characters are gay.
Canonically.
Yes.
Right. It's science.
They're all gay.
Period. I had a different perspective. I wrote that Princess Peach is a little bit homophobic.
I see
Explain.
that. I really see that.
Like, I could just obviously she's a gay icon. She's a gay icon. Everybody played as Princess Peach when given the opportunity to play as her. But I could see her being like a little bit homophobic. Like, I could see her using the F word in a not reclaiming way.
Faggot.
I didn't want to say it because I was like not saying it in a reclaiming way, but I was like, yes, faggot. I could see her saying that. But on the other side, subjectively, I like Princess Daisy better. So I was like, she is the gay icon.
Right.
In my opinion.
The true ally.
Talk, Valentina. Ally.
Yes, the true ally.
I see that.
Plus, Princess Daisy pairs up with Luigi, who also feels just like a little bit queerer than Mario.
Right. That's definitely like the fruity brother or cousin.
Exactly.
I don't know how he relates to the other ones. Sorry.
I think they're brothers.
Okay.
Yeah, they're brothers. Mario. Yeah.
They're
Super
either
Mario
brothers.
Ooh. Spicy.
I mean, all the gay couples seem to dress as them. I'm like, aren't you guys brothers then?
Yeah. Gay people do like dressing like each other. It is kind of fun. I also wrote down Dokapon Kingdom, which is a very niche game for the Wii, but it was like a board game. And I specifically chose this one because my sister Lizzie played Dokapon Kingdom, this like board. It was like basically like Monopoly, but you could fight. That's all you need to know. And my sister Lizzie played this game for, I shit you not, like 3 months. And she played the entire game. And she fought against this one other player, a computer named Nakia. And she played this game for 3 months and then lost.
Oh no.
Like the game just like was like, you lost to Nakia. You spent 3 months on this. And my sister was literally upset for weeks. And therefore, I think that game is homophobic. It was really fun, but again, homophobic.
Were you Nakia?
No, it was a computer. It was a computer player.
I think it was you.
Right. Don't expose him like that.
Okay, the other 2 homophobes that I've identified were Crash Bandicoot. Specifically because, I mean, I guess he does kind of look queer coded. Like he's just, whatever.
So he's queer baiting.
He's queer baiting. But also I just like was not good at that game, and therefore subjectively I decided that it was homophobic.
I like
and
that.
then the last one that I chose was Lara Croft, which I also sucked at because I couldn't get it was specifically for Game Boy Color, I think. And like you had to like run and then jump, and you had to like hit the buttons at the same time. And I literally, for the life of me, didn't have the dexterity skills as like a 6-year-old child to do that, and jumped into the spikes every time. And therefore I hated that game as well.
Yeah, I can.
So
that's
everything you hate is homophobic.
Everything I hate and or was bad at is homophobic.
That checks out.
Everything you like is gay.
Yes, exactly. And we'll get into the gay, but those are the ones identified as the homophobic.
His mind.
Right. It's
My
like
mind.
miles ahead of us.
Matthew,
So
what are
in
your
the same
homophobes?
vein as like Princess Peach being like low-key homophobic, I kind of feel the same way about Zelda. Like I feel like she's kind of like got a little bit of like Link might be a little fruity, but that's none of my business.
But you don't think that she was also like a little fruity?
But I think it's internalized. It's definitely internalized
Okay,
homophobia. She's like, but yeah, she definitely got some queer going on there for sure.
I love how we're like everybody's gay. Everybody's gay.
Everyone is gay.
Gay until
Like,
proven not.
No, right? Because also on my homophobic list was like Bowser, but then after like seeing what you said about everybody else in the Mario world, I was like, yeah, he's a little, queer too. Like they all got a little bit in them.
Bowser also had like 9 children and no wife, and I was like, a gay icon.
Oof, okay. Get those child tax credits, I guess.
Yeah. Wait, do you get tax credits for having children?
You did like during the pandemic.
Oh. Okay. The more you know.
Right. Okay, so sorry to bring up Sonic again, but I feel like Knuckles is definitely homophobic. Like he would gay bash me.
Yeah.
Kratos from God of War, also a definite gay basher, 100%.
Yeah, that makes
that's
sense.
all I got. It's really hard to find non-gay characters.
Because they're all gay. They're all gay.
So why'd you set me up for failure?
I feel like Kratos though definitely has like lots of gay energy because he was like twirling them little like chains around and shit.
Wearing literally just like a little like cloth over his dick. Yeah.
Yeah.
I see that. Okay.
Yeah. The more
I love the perspective.
There's a lot of fruity characters in video games.
They're all fruity, Jacob. They're
But then
all
they try
fruity.
to make hyper masculine. They're like, come on now.
They're gay too.
All right, so let's go into the gayest characters of video game lore, canon, whatever the hell you want to call it. Ryan, would you like to start again?
Sure. So I put Princess Peach because fair. We all chose her or Daisy, so I guess the two of them.
The
when
two
we're playing
queens.
the game. Yeah, the two queens. But also Toad. Toad's gay. Toad is gay.
That's it.
Like he is a little pocket gay that you take around with you.
Yeah, the little vest that he has that's just like
The little
open.
the hat thing.
The mushroom hat.
Yes, that is a little gay outfit.
Did you want to say anything about his voice?
What was his voice again? I'm so hungover.
How would you describe it, Matthew? It's like in the Doja Cat song.
I don't think I've heard this.
Where he like screams, "Go get a fucking job."
Oh,
Oh.
That's what
that
Toad
was
sounds
really
like to
on
me.
point. Wow.
Did I just unlock a new voice acting skill? Maybe.
Yes.
You could do
Diversify your
Gollum.
portfolio.
You could do Toad.
I can do Gollum and I can do Toad. Those are the two voices I can do. Oh, and partially Goofy.
Your Goofy also turns into who is that?
Mickey?
Yeah,
Okay, that's another character. Boom.
Yeah.
they're also
Mickey's-
gay.
Right.
Everything is gay.
I didn't even think of Kingdom Hearts, but like Kingdom Hearts is a whole game, a series of games. Gay.
Right. The whole universe is gay.
Yeah. You fly around in a spaceship called a gummy ship.
Mm.
Something seems a little fruity about that.
A little bit.
A little bit. Ryan, did you have any other gays that you really enjoyed?
Set yourself up right there.
I don't know if we can talk about that on the podcast.
I meant video game.
Everyone's gay. That's my. That's how I'll end my part. Everything and everyone's gay in video games.
Perfect. Love that.
Jacob wrote a list.
I wrote a list. So I started with Final Fantasy X2 because literally the whole entire game was gay. Part of the whole premise of it was that you had dress spheres and you would dress up in different costumes, and those different costumes gave you different powers. So you could be like a pop star, or you could be like a mage, or you could be like, I don't know, a person with a gun.
Whoa.
And each costume gave you different abilities, which I was like, this is hella gay. Also, there would be long performances from one of the characters where she would just do like a 5-minute cut sequence where it was just like 5 minutes of her singing. And I was like, gay. I love this.
Love that.
Sorry, I just read your number 4 and it just made me laugh.
Fine, we'll skip to number 4. I wrote the Halo guy had a fat ass. I don't know what the hell his name was. Master Commander? Was that Halo?
Master Chief.
Master Chief?
Real name John.
Real name John. He got a fat ass.
He really does. Like, dude has a dump truck.
I really only played, I think, Halo 3. And I only played the like open world map where you could like play with your friends on the same
Just
thing.
wait. He gets a BBL in 5, so
It goes all the way to Halo 5.
there's actually a 6th out right now.
Oh my god. And there's a show too.
The show, oh my god, the actor
Does he also have a fat ass?
also has a fat ass, and you get to see it. So
Wait,
let me
Like-
put y'all on.
bear? Like a bear ass?
I think so. I think so. Yeah, you definitely get to see other parts of him there. So
Oh.
Wow. Paramount Plus.
Right.
Paramount Plus is spicy. I will also say I just loved Nintendogs.
Oh, that's gay.
Oh,
Because, like,
that is very gay.
It's just like an amplified version of Tamagotchi. And I don't know if anybody else remembers this, but I remember like Googling Nintendogs, and there was like a gay version called Nintendudes.
Oh,
And it was like a knockoff game. I don't think it was real. I think it was just like a fan art thing. But you could get Nintendudes Twink, Nintendudes Bear, and Nintendudes Otter. And I don't know if it was just like a virtual boyfriend or what it was. But I was like, was that just my memory, or is that something that
that never happened to me, but
all right, so that was just me, I guess. I think it was called Nintendo.
right now I need to know.
And then I'll just rattle through the rest of them. Literally any Pokemon is gay. Specifically, I wrote Clefairy, Eevee, Gardevoir, Roserade. Spyro, I just like Spyro. So again, things that I like are gay. Birdo, when that bitch came on screen and she was just like, this is as far as you go. I was like, queer icon right there. Again.
Not to mention her little like snout and the fat rock on her finger. Like she didn't get that from
Yes.
nothing.
And the big ass bow on her head.
Right. She came to serve.
She was the inspiration for Jojo Siwa. And finally, I said Tingle from Zelda because that bitch was like a cute little elf guy. He floated on a balloon and he would do a little dance every time he saw you. Was he annoying as hell? Yes, but that is also a quality of who? Gay people.
A gay people.
Yes, exactly.
God,
And those are the
appreciate
people
that.
I've decided are the gay characters.
Slay.
All right, Matthew, who are the gayest video game characters? You are probably the greatest subject matter expert that we have here today. So,
What can I say?
school us.
Well, this one's easy. The gayest is going to be Kirby. He's pink,
Mm.
he's cute, he's kind of naive, and he loves to suck. I feel very seen. And also, he lives on a star-shaped planet called Popstar. Like, that's iconic. Like,
It's
sorry.
called Popstar?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
that's why I'm here.
I think it's also important to note that when he sucks, he does steal other people's personality traits, which does
Right.
also feel like a very gay
Queer
person
thing.
thing to do.
Exactly. See, you guys understand.
Mhm.
Pajama Sam. I don't know if you guys played growing up,
Yes.
but
That's a
it feels
throwback.
feels very queer to me. I hope he grew up and his parents supported him. They seem like nice people. Perfect Dark, Joanna from Perfect Dark. Her unrealistic body shape and sassy quotes to the annoying old lady who was the villain, kind of unmatched. She always had something to say. So I love that for her.
We love a gay who claps back.
Right, and that little like tight bodysuit, I was like, okay, she did not come here to be comfortable. She came here to serve looks. I don't know if she can fight in that, but
As every video game character does.
right.
Mhm.
The guys from Cuphead,
Okay.
pretty fruity. I mean, they just dance and sing in the forest all day. And
Gay.
that's right.
In the forest, nonetheless.
Right. They want to be fairies so bad. The Doom guy from like, or Doom Slayer, depending on who you ask, from like the Doom series of video games. Nothing's really gayer than like ripping demons apart with your bare hands while wearing a green crop top in space.
I don't think I've seen this one. What is it called?
Doom Slayer, but like specifically from like the original games from like the 1990s.
Doomslayer 1990s.
Yeah, he wears a little green crop top with
Yep.
like a little rip on it. It's very like,
Oh,
okay.
gay.
And he's
Uh-huh.
like killing demons with his bare hands. Like, come on.
Yeah, like the first picture that comes up on Google is just like him like shooting, and he's like got his like wrist.
Right.
He's like,
Right.
bang bang baby. I'm like, oh, he got his muscles out. Okay.
The flick of the wrist. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, that's my list.
Interesting. And you didn't think like maybe like Isabel from Animal Crossing? None of us said Animal Crossing, which I'm like, that was a very gay game.
interesting.
That is a very gay game.
And she has her like little Long Island iced tea on her desk 24/7, which pretty gay.
Pretty gay. Pretty gay, if you ask me.
Feeling seen again.
I wish that I had a Long Island iced tea right now.
And it's only 10:50.
Yeah, it is 10:50, but
It's 2:00 here
Right. And that's what
5 o'clock somewhere
in Europe.
in Europe. Bonjour. All right, so let's make our final rulings. Who do we think the most homophobic video game character is?
Jacob Schubach.
Jacob Schubach. Oh, I'm not a video game character.
Oh,
Or are you asking me for my opinion?
no, I'm just saying you're homophobic.
Oh, thank you for the feedback.
Yes.
Thank you. I would say, oh no, I have no idea. I don't know.
They're
I
all
thought, like,
gay.
yeah, no.
They're all kind of
all
bad.
gay.
Which has the most internalized homophobia? I would maybe say like Kratos.
Yeah, that feels
Okay.
right. Feels right. Let's just
That's as close as it's gonna get.
final judgment. Kratos. Sorry to that man. And now for the gayest. Who do we think the gayest is? I feel like Matthew, you gave a really
Y'all know my answer.
You gave an impassioned speech about Kirby.
It's Kirby, and I mean the poll on Instagram speaks for itself.
Yes, this is true.
80%.
The 80%. All right,
Let's
we're
see
gonna
if
give it to
Let's see
what?
if anything was let me see if anything was higher.
Okay, this is the final rebuttal. If we have an opportunity to rebut this claim,
Oh,
Refute?
Kirby,
Dude. No, Kirby still is at 81% now. Someone else
and that's a
voted.
B.
Ooh. All right, Kirby takes it.
Kirby.
Yes.
The
Queer
gayest-
legend.
the gayest video game character.
Kirby.
What an honor.
An honor
What
to
an
be
honor.
here. All right, so that takes us to our third and final segment. Let the record show.
It's giving share.
Wow.
So let the record show is where we bring something in front of the gay court and determine if it belongs in the gay court history books. So today I've brought in front of the jury, why do all of the baby gays play as Princess Peach? So this took a lot of research, and by a lot of research, I mean I looked at 2 articles and I was like, this is it.
Due diligence done.
Exactly. So if you're expecting a well thought out, statistically proven case,
This is exactly what that is. This is exactly what that is.
This
You did
is
pick 2 sources.
I picked
so.
2 sources.
There's numbers.
I
No,
don't know
those are
if
years. Never mind. Those are years.
Letters. Wait, there's numbers?
Those were years. Never mind.
There's no statistics. But first and foremost, I want to bring up that I found, it's linked in the doc, this clip that Mario apparently used to say, "So long, gay Bowser."
Oh.
And they cut it out of the new version of the Mario version, but let's take a listen. Now, technically, he does say "So long, King Bowser," but it sounded like gay Bowser to me, and therefore I had to bring it into this conversation.
Right.
All right, so let's hop into the conversation about Princess Peach. So, when you guys played Mario, did you guys play as Princess Peach? Yes or no? Be honest.
Yeah.
Her Daisy.
Her Daisy. Okay.
Mhm.
You never gave Birdo a chance?
Her Daisy. That's it.
Like, did he stutter?
I like Birdo too. I was like, Birdo's kind of an icon. All right. So one of the articles that I found was called "From Damsel to Defender: Standing Princess Peach, Nintendo's Queer Icon." She threw the first brick at Mushroom Kingdom, and we'll forever praise her for it. Is that a lot? Yeah.
Whose dissertation? Like,
It's actually yours.
right? It's like,
I actually wrote that. I'm kidding. This is someone else's work. But essentially, this person makes the claim that if you ask any queer boy which character they played as, they will say Princess Peach, which we did just do a small, sub study of the 2 of you. You both said Princess Peach.
Right.
Therefore, we have factualized that claim on a case of 2 people. So slay. This person has written about the topic extensively, and they said that gay and bisexual men prefer female video game characters for a multitude of reasons. Some enjoy the aesthetics. Does she have a pink go-kart? Hell yeah.
Word.
Word. And because there's also fairly limited gay protagonists in the gaming space, so many LGBTQ plus men opt for the female because, like queer individuals, she's often underestimated and her skill sets are trivialized.
Oh.
That made sense to me. I felt like when you played as Princess Peach and won, it almost was like you're so good at the game that you could take someone who was quote unquote trivialized and had underestimated skills and be like, I'm actually the best at this game because I can make any character win.
I love an underdog story.
Yeah.
We do love an underdog story. Also, in I think it was Mario 3 or whatever, if you could play as her, she could fly, which is also like a really good skill to have. As
In
compared
And
general.
also
to,
very gay.
yeah, flying and floating around, gay.
Planes, gay.
Right.
So some history. Princess Toadstool first appeared in 1985's Super Mario Bros. She was given the moniker Peach until 1993's Yoshi's Safari. And she fell to the classic trope of many women in pop culture, which is the damsel in distress. She was nothing more than the defenseless love interest who was, only meant to be saved by Mario, who is a
Man.
man.
With a mustache.
A gay man. So it turns out that Forbes has set her net worth as $1.3 billion because of her appearance and stature.
Wow.
And she is one of the most known female video game characters of all time. So she made some strides in the late 90s and had appearances in many video games, including Mario Kart 64, Mario Party, Mario Tennis, and was amongst other female characters, including Daisy, Toadette, Bowsette, and Baby Peach. But we all stand the OG Miss Princess Peach herself.
Right. And you have to appreciate how she diversified her portfolio like that.
Mm-hmm. She was like, let me get some of these games. Let me get some of the
some licensing fees. Come on now.
Exactly. But her creme de la creme came in 2006 with Super Princess Peach, which was a video game for the Nintendo DS.
Oh.
I did not play this one. I really wanted it because it was like pink and fun, and I don't know what else you could do in it. But did either of you guys play that game?
No.
Damn. We need to go back and we need to find
right.
Didn't they make like a special like Nintendo DS for this too? It had like Princess. It was like a pink.
I think there was a pink DS,
and then like it had like the Princess Peach like carrying case or something like that. I vividly remember that because I was like, I want that. I need that now. The faggot needs it.
I'm sure they probably also had like a Kirby DS too, did they?
I don't think so. They definitely had like a no. I know.
So in this 2006 game, she kicked her hopeless narrative as the damsel in distress and became the protagonist of her own narrative. She proved she was capable of not only defending herself, but saving her man, his lanky brother, Luigi, and her non-binary employee, Toad, from the clutches of King Bowser. And so she became the hero that the gays always knew her to be. Most surprisingly, though, was her appearance as a playable character in Super Smash Bros. Melee. And so she became a physical opponent to many other characters, and she had a parasol. Again, she could fly. She would throw turnip things at other characters. She would take her glove off and slap people. And
like a lady.
And, does it really get any gayer than that? No.
A parasol and like little white gloves? No.
Yes. She was honestly one of the best characters to play as in Super Smash Bros. I think my favorite move that she had was her like sideways butt thing where she would go ha cha.
Why did it say the parasol was a twink? Am I reading am I reading that wrong?
I skipped over that part because I didn't understand what that meant. But I guess maybe the parasol used to be a human and it turned into a parasol. I didn't play the 2006 game, so how would I know?
Right.
Again, I also only looked at 2 articles to research this. So again, how would I know?
One of them Wikipedia.
Yeah, you can look that up while I continue on. But
I shall.
Perfect. So in 2018, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate came out for the Nintendo Switch, and Out magazine, which is of course a queer publication, did top 10 Super Smash Bros. Queer icons, and she was one of the most memeable characters on the lineup on Twitter following the game's release, not the game's release. So she was propelled to the success because of gay men and women who played as her character and just increased her popularity. And we love to see that. And so we will continue to play as Princess Peach throughout the rest of time. Ryan, did you figure out what the parasol and twink thing is, or should I keep going?
I just Googled parasol Princess Peach, and it just said, it says Perry the parasol. It's just her parasol with a face.
All right, yeah, that makes sense.
Close enough.
So Perry's a twink, I guess. So
right.
Perry the platypus?
Perry the parasol is a twink.
Okay. Great. Caught up.
Yeah.
Okay, so then I looked at an article that had a little bit more, I don't know, research, quote unquote. They spoke to a researcher, is what I should say.
Okay.
So one of the main reasons that women select male characters is to avoid harassment in online spaces. But a study reported by Slate found that men are much more likely to gender swap in video games than women. The women deduced that 1 in 4 men play as women, while only 7% of women choose a male character. Interesting. So when they asked people why they did this, it seems as though there was a couple of reasons. One of the reasons was that men wanted to look at sexy female butts, which I think those
Wait.
were straight people answering that question because
Wait.
Right.
not me. Another thing that they said was having quote unquote ownership of the female character, which was a popular and disappointing citation, which again, I agree that that was disappointing and also chaotic for someone to even say that.
Right.
But one of the more conducive to the LGBTQ plus gamer was that it gave you the opportunity to explore a fantasy without it impacting your real life. So you could explore gender in a way that didn't necessarily have any, impact on your real life. So as a young gamer, you could be like, oh, I'm interested in these feminine, aspects of Princess Peach, and therefore I want to play as Princess Peach. But to the outside world, you still looked like a young little gay boy.
Little fag.
A young little gay boy. I definitely did that when I was a young boy. I played as all of the female characters I could. In Pokemon, I chose the girl character. In Princess Peach, Super Smash Bros. Brawl, whatever the hell it was called, I played as Princess Peach. I was there for it. And then the article continued on that perhaps the most important opportunity is in gender swapping is for the trans gamer. So trans gamers can sometimes find solace in games where they can dress or be who they feel as they are inside, which I think is just like a nice benefit of video games that the average consumer might not think about, but something that's, a positive impact on people. But that all being said, I loved playing as Princess Peach, and I will continue to do so because the female characters are better than the male characters.
Yes, for sure.
And that's science.
That's science. That's court-ruled, court-approved science.
Can you say the last bullet point, though?
Oh, yes. The last bullet point, this came directly from the article. Maybe gay men choose the female character to show the virtual world who can really work a joystick. Play your games. Have some fun with your games. And that's that. So, do we think that belongs in the gay court history books?
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's very important.
Princess Peach. Queer icon.
Queer icon, homophobic icon, but queer icon.
It's settled.
So true.
She is the Azalea Banks of the Mario world.
Well, with that takes us to the saddest part of the show, the end.
Aww.
What the hell we gonna do now?
AKA the closing statements, where we offer our final thoughts, comments, concerns about the podcast episode. Mm-hmm. Ryan, would you like to go first?
Sure. All video game characters are gay. And hole or pole.
Hole or pole is going to be an infamous in the history of this podcast.
I hope so.
It was a fun game. It was a
fun game. My final closing statements are Princess Daisy over Princess Peach any day of the week. Toad, non-binary icon, apparently. We live for him. We love for him. And Kirby does be suckin'.
Which leads me to my closing statement. Yeah, I don't think anybody can even come close to Kirby. And he kicked everybody else out of the park, and the jury agreed with me. So with that, I rest my case.
Rest the case.
Kirby.
All right. So that was the episode. If you enjoyed it, be sure to find us on social at Gay Court Podcast. And then my handle is I Got Shubach. IGOTSCHUPBACH. Ryan's is what's up? It's Ryan. WAZUPITSRYAN. Remember this. If you hear this and you don't follow, that makes you homophobic.
Yes.
Matthew, is there anything else you'd like the fans to know? Do you have an Instagram you'd like them to follow? Any upcoming media appearances?
A few, actually. Well, I can be found on social media under Matthew D. Segura. That's MATTHEWDSEGURA. And then I'm also going to start streaming only Kirby games. Okay, no, that's a lie. Anything else too. But I'm going to start with Kirby because
Duh.
Well, I'll let the episode speak for itself. And you can follow me on Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram at Keeby Streams. It's Keeby Streams. Because I can't do Kirby because I don't want to get copyright infringement. So
yeah, you gotta look out for the copyright.
Right.
And like we said at the top of the podcast, if you'd like to get in contact with us for anything, send us an email at gaycourtpodcast@gmail.com, and also give us stars on all your favorite podcast platforms. But anything less than 5 stars is what?
Homophobic.
That's right. See you next time. Stay chaotic, and Kirby be sucking.
Kirby be sucking. Gay Court is a Perfectly Done Toast podcast production.